Welcome to episode 3 of Pink Slips, everybody. C4 here, and we are getting ready to take on the 0-2 Kansas City Chiefs in what is going to be our probably biggest matchup so far this season. We did not struggle at all in the last 2 weeks against the Cincinnati Bengals, and then we dominated last week against the Buffalo Bills. So what are we going to do against the Chiefs? We're going to have to wait and see. Hopefully we can do some damage here. But as we can see from the top votes, you guys wanted to see me steal or win Cordy Glenn, the left tackle from the Buffalo Bills. So we went ahead and got him now. So now we have a B grade left tackle where our old left tackle was a C. So that's already a big time jump. I'm surprised you guys were trying to help me out, build my team, actually like make it well-rounded. I was surprised people, because you know we had the option of potentially getting LaShawn McCoy as an upgrade over Giovanni Bernard, being Bernard, the guy we won in our very first matchup. But you guys want me to get some well-balanced line. We haven't addressed the defensive side of the ball. Maybe we could do that this week if we are able to pull out a win and get some good performance indicators. But, you know, 2 wins, and we got 2 big players here in Cordy Glenn and Giovanni Bernard. So as you guys are going to see in this video, I've seen some suggestions that say I should take my gameplay and do it similar to some other people on YouTube, where I basically play the entire game. I cut out the kickoffs and stuff like that and penalties. But for the most part, you see my reaction. I kind of commentate style. So I'm going to take a leap, if you will, and I'm going to try to use that as the format of this video as well. I'm looking for you guys' feedback on that, if it's the way you like to see it, versus where I just do like, commentary over highlights, and you have like the fade to black and stuff like that. Looking to get your feedback, trying to give you the best, maybe tweaking things just ahead of Madden 18 season to see how you guys want to see me present my videos. So that will be the big gameplay in this episode. But as always, before we jump right into things, we have to have a little bit of news. First thing is, because we have dominated the last 2 weeks on All Madden, I decided that we should, very similar to how I had to handle things in my Philadelphia Eagles Connected franchise mode, where we were able to win a lot, even on All Madden. If you're, I would say, even just above average at this game, All Madden is not very difficult, considering how weak our team is and the fact that we've only given up 7 points in both games. We're 51-14 for points, 4 points against, and our 2 games. I mean, the Bengals and Bills aren't spectacular teams, so I've decided to adjust the sliders a little bit here in All Madden. It may not work. Like I said, this may still be, it's a work in progress. We may have to tune up just a little bit, but Chiefs are a great example. The next 2 matches between the Chiefs and the Seahawks, while I tweak with the sliders, should give us, we'll get a good feel of whether or not, the All Madden sliders that we're using right now are hard enough. If they're too hard, we'll be able to get a good just of that. So, before we jump into the game, let's always look at what could be potentially our rewards. And let's look at the Kansas City Chiefs. They have a bunch of playmakers, especially on the defensive side and the offensive line. So, looking at the quarterback spot, Alex Smith could be up for play. I don't really want to get Alex Smith, but I mean, he's not bad in Madden's terms. He can run a little bit. He can throw the slants. That 86 throw power is terrible. Maybe Patty Mahomes could be interesting. We could get Spencer Ware as a slight upgrade over Giovanni Bernard, but he's not exactly, I'd rather probably Giovanni Bernard. More people probably would rather Giovanni Bernard than Spencer Ware. Wide receiver spot, we could get Jerry Maclin for a good set of hands. We could get Tyreek Hill just to continue with the all-out speed cheese, having Tyreek Hill, Robbie Anderson, and John Ross. That is pretty goddamn terrifying. Kelsey's way too good. We can't get Travis Kelce yet. Eric Fisher, we don't need. We could get no upgrades there. We could upgrade the center spot, get Mitch Morse, 24 years old as well, so it would be a nice young lineman to pair with Cordy Glenn on our offensive line. We could get Chris Jones on the defensive side of the ball. Then again, I'm pretty sure Chris Jones, much like the Indianapolis Colts franchise, is cursed. Every time we seem to sign him off free agency, any of the realistic rebuilds, the team was terrible. So, I mean, maybe, and plus he's not really a scheme fit, but we could probably slide him in as a defensive tackle. But before, like, the honesty rule here in Pink Slips, I don't really want to try to change players' positions too much. We got Benny Logan and Ian Williams. Both those guys could be upgrades to the defensive tackle spot. Benny Logan, I know there's a lot of Eagles fans watching. Could be nice to bring him in. He's good in Madden. We got Justin Houston's way too good for us. We could get Derek Johnson, but again, the age is a little bit of worry. He's 33, probably going to retire any day soon. We had D Ford, again, not really a scheme fit, not really an outside linebacker in a 4-3 scheme, but maybe. I mean, he has the speed, just not so much the coverage skills, but D Ford could be a nice option. We can't get Marcus Peters, which sucks because he'd be the guy that I could probably would want to take the most. Steven Nelson, though, I mean, we could get small increments. Right now, our top corner is a 74 overall, so even a guy like Steven Nelson would present an upgrade, especially if we're just able to, skin What's it, skin by? Get win by the skin of our teeth? Is that, you know, is that an actual saying? Steven Nelson, it could be a lower tier upgrade though. Free safety, we can't get Eric Berry. Strong safety, we can get Ron Parker, or we could get Daniel Sorensen. Right now, we have Calvin Pryor as a 76 overall safety, so both these guys would be in play. Sorensen's a little bit younger, but Parker is usually one of the better guys to get. For how much I play Ron Parker for his coverage skills, he's pretty much like a you know, cheaper, a little bit more underrated Devin McCourty in terms of a safety. I mean, we could go special teams. We could get Cairo Santos or a punter if you guys want to just troll me like that. But yeah, there is the potential players we could get. And without further ado, let's jump right in and get this shit. All right, here we go up against the Kansas City Chiefs at Arrowhead Stadium. Never an easy place to go. I would say one of the better home advantages in the NFL today. Best believe we're going to be starting off using Noah Spence, who's been an absolute animal off the edge. They throw a screen pass. Oh, Tyreek Hill. If we win, he's probably the belle of the ball, I would think, in terms of player upgrades. But we're going to need to get, I think he's an 81. So to upgrade over like our base wide receiver. I mean, we don't have to get a full 5-star performance to get Tyreek Hill. But, you know, we need to have, what, I think that'd be, oh, come on, how are you going to bite on that? That's Walt Aikens. Brings down Travis Kelce. The only thing that's a saving grace right now is that we are still under the threshold of losing a player. You know, originally I started saying once our team has a base overall of an 80, we will start losing players in this. And that's not going to take too long. I mean, realistically, probably by the back end of this season, we'll start losing players. But not because of an 80. I decided to dumb it down to maybe about a 75. I think our team over right now is 68, and we've only won 2 players, and we've gone up. We started as a 64. So adding Cordy Glenn and Giovanni Bernard has drastically helped us out. Oh my God. Hey, he's gone. Who's Jones? Sidney Jones brings him down. There's a flag on the play. Hope that's a late holding call that we can get. If not, Spencer Ware just kind of worked us a bit there. That's a block in the back, so it still should be a first down for Kansas City. But we're going to accept that. Ooh, that's a loss of 20 right there. Let's continue to bring the blitz. Let's bring some pressure here. Our back end is not, you know, back end's not that good. We need to make sure, especially with Alex Smith, the kind of guy that you want to shake early. You know, never going to really, you don't have to worry about him beating you downfield, but you need to make sure. And a fumble! Let's go. Oh, fucking Walt Aikens. I hate that shit, man. Where they automatically just like, it turns to you, so if you're not running in the right direction, it fucks you up. But there's the big time fumble. Who forced that? Was that Mark Barron? Ooh, Calvin Pryor. Just jacking up Spencer. Look at that. Boom! Goes low. That's a clean hit, though. It looks like he hit him right in the abdomen. There we go. Exactly the kind of play that we needed here on the defense. But you can already see, I can already feel that the updated sliders, I mean, you know, teams have not been able to work the ball against us that well. Unfortunately, you know, it's still, you know, they didn't gain anything. There's still 0 on the scoreboard. But I'm definitely feeling, at least from a defensive perspective, that the sliders are making this much more of a challenge. Now it's on the offensive side of things. I mean, that is where we've gone back-to-back with our picks in our first 2 wins, Giovanni Bernard and Cordy Glenn. So I'd hope that we can capitalize anything here. Would be nice. Let's go with the slight check down to Austin Sperry-Jenkins for the first down, 1-on-1, 10 yards for Tom Savage. Now there is a polarizing discussion. Is, you know, last week we had Tyrod Taylor as a potential option to pick up at the quarterback spot. And, you know, not a lot of people picked Tyrod. Our people coming along to the Tom Savage eras. We hit back-to-back checkdowns that go. Tom Savage executing like his opponent, Alex Smith, right now. I'm more so doing this because I have yet to play Madden today. And this is the first time playing with, you know, I don't want to say significantly increased difficulty. But we're going to need at least like this first drive here, at least on offense, to acclimate ourselves to the little bit better difficulty. So 3 of 3 for 32 yards. 3 easy throws for Tom Savage. We're rocking and rolling, baby. First and long. Maybe I like the off-tackle run here with Giovanni Bernard. I know Giovanni Bernard is not the kind of guy you want to run between the tackles. But with his agility, I'm not afraid to use him in the box. I think he can make a lot of guys miss if he can, you know, get to the line of scrimmage without being tackled. Very poor job blocking. I think the 95 is Chris Smith. But, Chris Jones, sorry. Chris Jones? Who? Chris Jones. We got our own Jones, Zay Jones. And he's looking like he wants to take this slant for a first down or gets real close to it. I don't want to challenge deep. even if you see the, the press coverage, you just know. You always have to have a gut feeling that Eric Berry is going to drop off at any given notice. And he is, one of the, if not the best safety. Oh, come on. I'm stuck behind a line of scrimmage. We could have got more out of that. Giovanni Bernard able to get the first down. But yeah, Eric Berry, probably one of the best. I think he's like, there's no such thing as a dual threat safety, but for a guy that can play the run and drop back and just be a ball hawk in the secondary, I think there's maybe not a better safety right now in the NFL than Eric Berry. Shit, throw it away. Justin Houston. What is he right now? 93 some overall? Scary man. I know he's down on all fours. 2nd and 19. Oh, we don't want to get too crazy with it. Oh. Not it. Oh. See, again, maybe if we had Tyrod Taylor, he would have made that throw. If that would just, even slightly led that towards the sideline more, we would have had a completion there to John Ross, Mr. 4. Did we do 4 verticals, I guess? I mean, we're at the 35-yard line. I think we have our kicker has like 95 kick power, so I should be able. Oh, they're bringing the blitz, though. Gotta get rid of this quickly. Throws it inside to Zay Jones, who gets the first down. Let's go. Great vision from Tom Savage. I don't know if I finished my thought on Tom Savage. We're gonna let this one roll out and go into the second quarter. That's another thing, though, because I'm giving you guys this live commentary style format. What do the people that you watch that do this, what are their quarters and runoff like? So I can have the same kind of thing. I don't think they do much longer than 6 minutes because their videos are still like 20-some minutes long. It's not like a 45-minute commentary. So maybe someone that, is a little bit more knowledgeable about this style of presentation. Let me know if I'm doing the right part in terms of my quarter length and the clock runoff. We got a 1st and 10. Let's go to the other side of the line. Let's run towards Cody Glenn's side. I mean, if we did get him in pick slips, he is the kind of player that we want to run to. We want to utilize him. But I'm not really feeling our run game. But I mean, the Chiefs defense, they're one of the best defenses in Madden. And the fact that our offensive line is, for the most part, outside of Cody Glenn, not very good. We probably have like, if we're throwing out a grade, a letter grade for our offensive line at this point, I would have to give them C, maybe C plus if you're lucky on the right day. Oh, that's a pick. Oh, it's not a pick. Gotta do better than that, though. D Ford. Hey, that's a guy we potentially could add, but I don't think we're going to. I mean, I don't think it's going to be a high-scoring game for us to get a lot of our performance star marks, but we'll see. Slide to the outside. All B's wide open. Boom for the opening touchdown. Robbie Anderson has been a monster. I've seen even on the Madden subreddit, people are talking about what's like the #1 sleeper wide receiver to use. Robbie Anderson's name's come up because obviously he's 6'3", yet 94 speed, decent catching. Look at that. Too easy. Tom Savage has been a monster. I think we're going to be rock and roll with Tom Savage for quite some time. 6th passing touchdown of the season for Tom Savage. He's trying to get himself an MVP award. That's something we'll have to talk about as we, get further along in the season. Not only how we're going to handle the draft, how we're going to handle free agency, but what about performance indicators based off of our players? Heaven forbid we win the MVP with the GOAT Tom Savage. Should we get a player? Should we find out something like that? I don't know how, feel free to leave suggestions on how you think we should approach free agency, the offseason, the draft, awards, all that stuff. I think, I don't really have anything set. I have an idea on how I want to, address those things and handle them. Oh, come on. Stop the run. There we go. One-handed tackle from Kevin Pierre-Louis. That's what it looked like. We're not the only ones that can come and stop the run. Only giving up 27 total yards. Feeling good, man. I'm feeling this defense. It's like a multiple front. I'm like I said, I was pretty sure we're running a 4-3. At least I told them that we're running a 4-3, but maybe the Jets playbook. Oh, come on. Well, Travis Kelce's really good. Unfortunately, we can't even upgrade to a Travis Kelce because he's 93, and that's well above our pay grade. We won't be able to get players like that till maybe next season, midway next season. We're going to have to get a couple in 80s. Or basically, our roster is going to have to, like, right now, I vision this whole thing will be a progression. And right there we go, stopping the run. Said Thornton. Our roster right now is like 75. I'd say the average overall on our roster is probably 73. And then hopefully by the end of the season, average overall is like high 70s. And then by mid-season next year, it's going to be low 80s. And then if we get a couple of those 5-star performances where you can get a plus 10 upgrade, we can start getting some 90 overalls. Come on, no, man, the O-line is fucking, I'm getting like double, triple teamed. Tyreek Hill couldn't bring it in, though. For a guy that's certainly on our short list, was not a tremendous catch there. You should be able to get, he had plenty of time to get his feet down. In cover 3, you don't want to give him too much time because Travis Kelce's going to fucking whip our ass. 3rd and 9 here. We got Alex Smith. What's he going to do? He's looking for this check down. It's a weird looking set. They got the freaking running back lined up as a tight end. Look at that, wide open in the middle, Jeremy Maclin. Gotta do better. Can't give him too much time, but then, man, their offensive line has picked up every blitz. I don't think we've even had a shot on Alex Smith. They haven't even smelt him. We don't even know what cologne his playboy, playmate wife gave him for his goddamn anniversary. He can't even smell what he's wearing. So we need to get better pressure. My boy Noah Spence needs to do better. There's a run right up the middle. I mean, that's, luckily we got the fumble in the opening drive, but our defense has not done a good job at holding them. 2nd and inches. They're probably going to run it again. So let's bring the safeties in. Let's fill this box up like a porn star. See what we can do again. Hopefully Calvin Pryor got that big hit power. He's like 88 hit power. If he can get a free shot, oh my god. And Walt Aikens, disrespectfully wearing number 20 in iron, Brian Dawkins just whiffs on that. Doesn't get his gap, and Spencer Ware walks in on time. And I was saying something before, and I don't remember it. That's what happens here. You know, when you get old of age, you get long in the tooth. All right, let's start the run. This is probably not going to work. Oh, not bad. Not bad. 6-yard carry for Giovanni Bernard. That should take us to the 2-minute warning. Feeling strong, hey! Hey, buddy! Alright, so after the 21-16 victory, let's take a look at our star breakdown. I've just, decided, because it's my series, and I thought I was kind of low. And I think it should be worth something. It didn't come up when I was really breaking down how the scoring is going to work. You'll see it in just 1 second. So, we won 21-16, so that is 1 star for the victory. Looking quickly at the box score. Team stats, turnovers. They had 2, we had 1, so we won the turnover battle, which is 1 other star. So now we're sitting at 2 stars, which is a 4-point upgrade. And then one that I've just decided to add. Little known fact. Does it show it right here? Return fumble, 82-yard return fumble, defensive touchdown. Defensive touchdowns are fairly rare. I think defensive touchdowns, we won't go right into the official score sheet, but I think defensive touchdowns for me personally should be worth 1 star because they are heavily influential on the game. Maybe you could say half star, but I think, maybe elaborating, having some, kind of like when you go to fast food and they have the mystery menu. They don't put it on there. You can get the goddamn McGangbang from McDonald's. We should maybe have the mystery scoring system for some additional stats. I think defensive touchdowns certainly should be worth something. So as it stands right now, I'm giving the defensive touchdown, the 82-yard fumble return from Kevin Pierre-Louis, 1 star, giving us 3 total stars on the day, which is a 6-point upgrade. I think it's fair though. I think adding the 1 point for a defensive touchdown is fair. But if you guys think it's not, you think it's bullshit, you think I'm just trying to skim the score, I'm still taking the +6 for the episode. But maybe that'll be the only time I do it. But I personally think that's something that's, kind of rarity and should be rewarded getting a defensive touchdown. Just because that changed the game. That won the game. It should not have just the influence on just us winning or losing. It should have a little bit added because it's so rare and was such a big time play. But I guess, leave feedback on that in the comment section below. So without further ado, we're going to hop into this and see what kind of players are up for grabs from the Kansas City Chiefs. Alright, here we are. We're starving. We're ready to pick off some plump Kansas City Chief ass to come join our roster. Now, there's going to be a little bit of controversy here because I added the defensive touchdown point, which brought us up to a +3, which gave us a 6-point upgrade. I'm now able to get the player I was hyping that I wanted to try to potentially get from the Chiefs. So there may be some controversy there. I did it not even thinking about that. It just came out that way coincidentally. But I don't think too many of you guys, I would say more of you guys would probably be like, yeah, defensive touchdown points, that does make sense. That should be a thing because they are kind of rare. If we're awarding, receiving touchdowns, receiving yards, why not defensive touchdowns? They should not be excluded. But other than that, let's look at the roster here, guys. And as always, the most voted guy, not only will the most voted comment get in the beginning intro of the next video, but it's the guy we add. So look at the roster right now. Quarterback, we can look at adding Patrick Mahomes from Texas Tech, the rookie, to bring him in and try to compete with Tom Savage for the starting quarterback gig. We have the wide receiver spot. We can bring in Tyreek Hill just to make our wide receiver core just redonkulous. We can look at, on the offensive line, the center here, Mitch Morse, 81 overall, continuing to build that offensive line with him, very much like how we addressed our last pickup by getting Cordy Glenn from the Bills. We can look at Mitchell Schwartz here at the right tackle spot. Even though he's only 78 overall, would be a decent upgrade. I think our current right tackle is 75, and he actually handled Noah Spence fairly good for the most part of that game. We can look here at left defensive end, Chris Jones, the rookie from Mississippi State. He would be upgrading over our boy Noah Spence, and I'm not particular to this pick because I think he's a goddamn cancer. But we will have to wait and see if you guys want to see that. Defensive tackle, we can look at bringing in old Benny Logan. Shout out to him, betting to God. Philadelphia Eagles, very underrated against the run. We can look at middle linebacker here, Ramik Wilson, 77 overall, would be an upgrade over what we have right now in Scooby Wright and Mark Barrett. He got a sack in that game too. We have the secondary here. We have Steven Nelson, 78 overall from Oregon State. Even though he did get burned pretty bad by John Ross, would be a decent upgrade to our secondary. And then lastly, we have the strong safety, Daniel Sorensen, 81 overall from BYU. Could be an upgrade over Calvin Pryor. So those are the names, guys. Let me know in the comment section below who you want to see me get. And next week is going to be a tough one as we are taking on the Seattle Seahawks. But anyways, if this is your first time stopping by, don't be afraid to hit that subscribe button. Smash the like button if you enjoyed this video and you're enjoying this series. And as always, leave a comment in the comment section below with what player we're winning in Pink Slips. Thank you guys for watching, and peace out.